Let's start from the top, the Bank of England's mission, to promote the good of the people of the United Kingdom by maintaining monetary and financial stability. That sounds great, but let's quickly look at why we want financial stability. Inflation is the sustained rise in general price level, and having high levels of inflation harms the economy. Simply put, as prices rise faster than household incomes, their purchasing power lowers, causing their standards of living to fall. This is a great multiplier effect in which households buy less goods and services, causing firms to suffer and GDP to drop, and so worsening the economy. And how can the Bank of England help in controlling inflation? The Bank of England uses monetary policy, mainly interest rates and quantitative easing, to moderate the money supply of the economy. According to the quantity theory of money, the general price level of goods and services is proportional to the money supply in an economy, assuming the level of real output and the velocity of money is constant. So, the Bank of England can use their policies to moderate inflation. To know what policies to use, the Bank of England need to know the current and future inflation. AI can help the Bank of England in both calculating and predicting inflation. So, for calculating inflation, currently inflation is calculated using the Consumer Price Index. The CPI uses the Living Costs and Food Survey run by the Office for National Statistics to ask 5,000 households per year about their spending habits. This sets a basket of 700 goods and services which have the highest shares of expenditure and the weights of every item to reflect the proportion of household spending. Data on price changes is collected, and with this, inflation can be calculated. However, there are some problems. It's a relatively small survey, so it may not be representative of the population. New products may not be included, and spending may change throughout the year, and it doesn't consider factors that affect spending, such as region or age. Now, how can AI help? AI is extremely good at handling incredibly large amounts of data and finding patterns within it. This could be used to analyze cardholder data and calculate real-time consumer spending. Having this amount of data would reduce the sampling errors while taking into consideration new products and changes in spending, thanks to the real-time aspect, and could be able to show the different spending patterns based on age, region, etc. The real-time aspect of this model can be incredibly helpful. For example, during 2020, as lockdown suddenly started, consumer spending rapidly shifted away from goods and services such as transport. In these circumstances, a basket with fixed weight from the start of 2020 would not be representative, while a real-time model based on cardholder data would. Moreover, the possibility of the model getting more data on specific regions, while not of much help to the Bank of England, as their policies can only be nationwide, could be sent to the government to aid their fiscal policy so they can help specific regions. Now, there are some considerations. There could be security considerations around privacy and handling household spending directly, but those could be solved with appropriate anonymity. There could also be issues with using real-time indicators, as sometimes it isn't easy to distinguish a trend from an anomaly. However, the Bank of England should use the AI model as an aid to their policies and interpret the results in combination with traditional methodologies. Now, for predicting inflation. Inflation can be predicted by using and judging many factors. However, some of these are increasingly difficult to calculate, and their importance shifts quite a lot. For example, the level of unemployment used to be a good measure, but is now considered to not have a particularly strong correlation to inflation. An AI, or artificial neural network, can be trained on decades worth of inflation data, along with other factors to consider, to create a model which can predict inflation and adjust accordingly to new information. A simple ANN will be able to input data based on many metrics and apply a weight to each of these inputs. The data can then be processed in a hidden layer according to the weights and produce a single output, the predicted inflation. The ANN can use data on inflation to train itself by continuously changing the weights of the inputs and achieve more accurate predictions. With this, I think we can say that AI will be able to help the Bank of England achieve its mission of financial stability through having a better data on current and future inflation, and so achieving the Bank of England's mission.